Good morning, viewers. Welcome to NBC News with me, Alya. For the next 4 minutes, I'll bring you the latest update from all around the world. And here's the news in detail. College degrees turn into a trap for Indonesian graduates. The university degree long regarded as a golden ticket to upper social mobility and decent formal employment that guaranteed a pathway to the middle class has now instead become an indicator of difficult position faced by job seekers. Data from Badan Statistik Indonesia as of February 2025 clearly captures this warning sign, signaling a growing structural mismatch between higher education outputs and industry demands that threatens to reduce youth economic optimism. Out of a total of 7.28 million unemployed people in Indonesia, the population of the educated unemployed ranging from applied bachelor degree to doctoral or PhD levels has passed the 1 million mark, accounting for nearly 14% of the nation's total jobless population and reflecting unprecedented concentration of highly qualified talent left idle, especially in STEM, business administration, and humanities disciplines. This situation arises because companies facing economic uncertainty have adopted new hiring criteria, including a need for a minimum of 3 until 5 years of work experience, while the majority of recent graduates lack professional experience and often find their resumes automatically filtered out by AI, driving requiring tools before ever reaching a human hiring manager. Consequently, it has become increasingly difficult for recent graduates to secure employment, even as starting salaries remain stagnant against rising living costs. Senior U.S. economist Nick Trumper attributes this to labor market trends observed in the past pandemic period of 2021 and 2022, where rapid digitization reshaped corporate expectations overnight. The tangible impact of this trend is increasingly evident in major urban centers and industrial regions, such as Jakarta, West Java, Central Java, and East Java. In these areas, tens of thousands of applicants, many having traveled from neighboring rural districts since early dawn, with printed stacks of CVs in handline for hours under the scorching heat at job fairs to compete for a handful of entry-level positions, while digital application portals frequently crash under the weight of hundreds of thousands of joint submissions. At a recent economic forum, officials from the Ministry of Manpower acknowledged that degree inflation has intensified competition, causing requirers to raise hiring requirements even for mid-level administrative roles. For many young graduates who have invested significant time and money, often backed by family savings or student debt, realizing a return on an educational investment is proving to be extremely difficult. This phenomenon persists, forcing graduates to take on roles on the gig economy as ride-hailing drivers, content creators, or freelance workers, face underemployment by working in jobs below the qualification levels or endure long-term unemployment, ultimately sparking calls for a realignment of the national curriculum and the revitalization of the strategic manufacturing sectors. In response, the Ministry of Manpower, Education, Science and Technology, together with the Ministry of Manpower, has announced the formation of a joint task force to overhaul the curriculum through mandatory industry internship, vocational development centers, and tech incentives for companies that commit to hiring phased graduates. However, analysts warn that without a targeted stimulus package to revive high-value manufacturing, such as the electronics, automotive, and technology sectors, job creation will continue to lag significantly behind the annual influx of the new degree holder, potentially risking the benefit of the nation's demographic dividend. Well, viewers, that's all the news for today. For more information, please check our Instagram at NBC News Update. I'm Alya. Thank you for watching and have a great day.